Eric, that was Daniel, who y'all talked to on the phone a little while ago, and what he said is exactly true. We are on the scene now, and I'm going to have Mike show you some of these buildings that are really in bad shape here off of Old Spanish Trail Drive near City Drive. And here I have two people here who are going to talk to us right now. First is a councilman from this area, Trey Brownfield. And Trey, what have you heard? What's the latest?
Well, first and foremost, we have too many people on the streets of Slidell right now. I ask all of our residents, please stay off the streets.
Yeah, lots of looky-loos just driving by, yeah.
Absolutely. We are trying to get people safe. We are trying to get people, the resources needed to these areas. Here, as you can see, the ECO building, a friend of mine owns this business. I just went to talk to him, and his secretary said that her hip hurts from hitting the ground when the tornado hit the ground here. If you look over here to our left,
over here at the apartment complex,
50-something people were evacuated from this apartment complex right here. I manage a Ace here in Slidell on the other side. I just went to go check on our partner store over here, Ace owners on this side, and they are completely devastated. School over there is devastated. We got a lot of devastation throughout Slidell. But again, please stay off the roads. I was pushing vehicles out of flooded areas earlier. We are trying to do everything we can to keep everybody safe. And, as bad and the devastation is, the people of Slidell are resilient, and we will rebuild together and make sure that everybody is safe.
Now, Councilman, there were no children in the school or near the school, right?
No, the school was shut down today.
Okay, and we understand the police and ambulances took these people to the hospital. There were no serious injuries, but I heard Daniel say earlier, clearly a tornado. Yes, I've been through many hurricanes, and this is a tornado. I mean, there's no question. What about now? Let me bring in Michael while we have you here. PIO, we understand there's shelters opening now?
Yeah, so one shelter, we're working with the city of Slidell. It's John Slidell Park. It is open, is ready to receive people. Also in Lacombe, the rec center in Lacombe, ready to receive anyone who needs shelter. If you need a warm place to stay, if you need food, water, we're going to make sure that we're prepared. We've been working up early this morning to make sure that we're prepared if we have to open a shelter. We really hope that we don't have to, but if you look around, it's obvious. This is, these are the pictures that you're afraid of when you see when tornadoes come through and ruin lives. There's people who are packing their bags and trying to find shelter. So we have to open those shelters, one in Lacombe at the rec center, John Slidell Park, working with the city of Slidell, and we'll have another one open in the Slidell area, probably maybe closer to the Pearl River area later on this afternoon.
Okay, now 50 people in this apartment complex, they're not going to be going in there anytime soon, and shelters can't stay open long. So what's the plan? Is there a longer-term plan to find housing for these people?
We'll continue to work with our citizens. We're going to do everything we can to help our citizens. Previously, there's been possibilities for hotel rooms or shelters, and this is not going away today. This is going to be here for a couple of days. These people won't be able to get into their homes for a long time. And, I mentioned before, you can't prepare for a tornado. You prepare for the rain, you try to fix your drainage, but a tornado comes through and rips people's lives apart in just a matter of seconds. Unfortunately, we have our citizens who are hurt today, not just physically, but also emotionally and spiritually. So we're going to do everything we can. We're going to work with the city of Slidell. This is a matter of just trying to put the citizens of St. Tammany Parish first, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
And they're down power lines, and we know there are a lot of times deaths and injuries happen after the storm goes through. And you're right, I am concerned about all these people who are walking around and walking through. Have y'all heard of any injuries of that nature or anything of that kind?
At this time, I personally haven't. Michael, have you?
No, we just know that there's multiple reported injuries. I know Slidell police actually took some people personally because the EMS couldn't keep up fast enough. So, this is something, it's a very fluid situation. It's possible, telling everybody to please stay off the roads. As we're talking right now, there's a bunch of people who are just driving around. A lot of people have their cell phones out. These are people who are in their worst times, and we really, please stay home. Don't come out here. It's not ready yet to be traveling. One, if there's a down power line, it may be on the road, trees, there may be shingles that have nails on them that may puncture a tire. There's so many possibilities. There's flooded roads. Fortunately, the rain has slacked off a little bit so that the drainage can catch up, but this is not the time to be in the community.
Do either of you know how far the damage goes beyond the apartment complex and this building, this business right here, or did the tornado just touch down briefly, or is there a path? And how long is it?
This isn't the only location. I was told by Slidell Police there's another location further towards the lake. It's clear that something moved through here, and it continued further north. Up on I-12, there are trees down on the shoulder. So this is something that was significant. Obviously, the National Weather Service is going to come out and confirm, but this is something major. It's our worst fears, and it's impacting people's lives.
And we reported earlier that we believe there were two, and we had one of our other reporters on the scene on Pontchartrain Drive talking about overturned cars. That may have been the same one skipping, or that may have been a different one. Tell me what you saw over there, Councilman.
That was complete disaster. Picked up vehicles thrown into buildings, roofs ripped off, frontage of buildings blown in, glass blown in, things like that.
All businesses or any residential?
So we were over there, like I said, checking on the Ace Hardware over there, and it was mostly the businesses we were checking. We have a group, all of us councilmen are talking and reporting damages right now. There are houses that were affected in the area. There are downed trees all across the city here, and we have the full force of Slidell is out and about trying to get this city back on track, and we will. And again, we respectfully ask, please stay off the roads.
So let me ask y'all, do you need people with chainsaws to come somewhere and get an assignment and deployed? Is that the type of thing, or no?
I would say at this time, no. Leave it to the first responders. Firefighters were out here. You could look off to the side. All these were trees that were across the road that have been chopped up by first responders, by those who are essential personnel. Leave it to the essential personnel right now. I think it's going to come to a point where we're going to ask for the community to come together, whether it's a meal train or it's something to help. And really, that's when you're going to see why St. Tammany Parish is the best place to be in Louisiana, when that spirit comes together. But at this time, please stay home. The first responders are out. They're still directing traffic. We're still trying to make sure that it's safe to operate. And things could become hazardous pretty quickly. So the best thing to do is just to stay where you're at, and then we'll have those calls for help when we need them.
Let me ask you, gentlemen, are you talking about the secretary who the force of the wind hurt her hip going down?
She jumped to the ground just because of the front of their whole building here was glass and was being blown in. She was in the middle of, she said she just hit the ground. The roof obviously started being ripped off and things like that.
I see. She hit the ground for protection because she heard it coming.
Yeah, and our thoughts, our prayers are with everybody who are affected today, and we're going to be here to the end. We're going to be here until you are back in a location. We'll make sure that your needs are met. But we have a great partnership. Look, I mean, the parish is on the ground here. Our mayor was on the ground here. Everybody is on the ground today. And we're going to make sure that the city of Slidell gets back on track as soon as possible.
Councilman Brownfield, I see you're cold. It is cold. I see you're shaking and you're soaking wet. So thank you for your time. And Michael, you have my number. Please keep us in touch with any opening shelters or anything new.
Yes.
We're going to be on the scene all day into the evening newscast. So please let us know.
And I do want to reiterate, if somebody needs to go to the shelter, John Slidell Park, which thankfully the city of Slidell has opened up for our citizens, the rec center in Lacombe, another option. There's going to be more to come in the coming hours and the days, but the best thing to do is just think of the people of Slidell, pray for the people of Slidell. We're going to recover from this. We always do. It's just going to take some time.
Very quickly, Mandeville, Covington, Folsom, all that area is okay?
Everybody's been impacted by this. This is just the worst of it here in Slidell. Slidell absolutely got the worst of it, but the most widespread concern has been flooding, but this is obviously the worst of the damage. It's very isolated to this Slidell area.
No water in homes in any St. Tammany that you know of in any of the other areas?
Not yet reported. It's not to say that it hasn't happened. We received so much rain today, and I know the city does, the parish does. We work year-round on drainage for situations like this. But we received several inches of rain in just 2 or 3 hours. I don't know of any drainage system in the world that can keep up with that, but now that the rain has stopped, our drainage systems are going to catch up, and hopefully that water will subside quickly. But we're going to be good neighbors. The city is, the parish is. We're going to be good neighbors for our citizens and do everything we can to offer that assistance and just be good neighbors.
Thank you both so much. Thank you. We're going to walk around right now and look for maybe some people who lived here. I did see one woman coming out of her apartment. A lot of traffic going on, but we're going to find some residents and we can come back to y'all. See, the firefighters are still on the scene assessing some damage over this way, and they already have a big crane out here, I guess, to start moving some of this. But as you can see, the traffic is really flowing, and it's just people just coming by, you know, gaper delay, they call it, from people just being looky-loos. And as you heard, they've asked for that, for people to stay out of the way. So let me go up here. I'm with photographer Mike Milan. I want to go up here and talk to these men in these camo jackets to see if they live here or what they're here for. Sir, did you live here? No? Y'all are here to help? We're here with Channel 4, just reporting on what's happened. Have you been in any of the buildings or seen anything?
I
Or?
walked around the buildings, and this stuff, it's gone. It's all gone. So
Did you have any friends or relatives? Do you live in this area, or what brought you out? Are you trying to help?
yes, I'm just observation for the owner.
Oh, for the owner of it, okay. And there were 50 people, is that accurate? That's what police tell us. Okay, okay. And inside, have you been inside the building? Not yet, not yet. So you're out here looking, helping for the owner of this building to see what can be done. Okay. Anything else to report to us at this time?
People don't need to come out. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous situation.
Yeah, I've seen power lines down and things still falling, debris still falling. Yeah. Are there too many people coming out just to look?
I don't know. I don't have any idea.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So that's what we have from here right now. We'll be back shortly. We're going to try to find some people who lived in this area to tell us what they experienced. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Megan. What the councilman told Meg is that let the first responders do what they need to do